As the kilometres rolled beneath the wheels and Portugal slowly disappeared in the mirrors, I found myself feeling something I hadn't expected. I thought leaving would be difficult. Over the past few months, this country has given me more than I ever imagined it would. The mountains, the lakes, the forests, the quiet villages, and the people. I came here looking for places on a map, but somewhere along the way it became something so much more than that. The truth is, I've barely scratched the surface. There are still countless roads I haven't driven, towns I haven't wandered through, and stories I haven't yet discovered. Portugal exceeded every expectation I had of it, and yet, as much as I've loved being here, my thoughts are no longer in Portugal. They're somewhere further up the road. For the first time in a long while, I'm not looking backwards at what I'm leaving behind, I'm looking forwards. Because somewhere during this journey, I found answers to questions I didn't even realise I needed to ask. And those answers have changed everything. Right, that's us in for the night. In Spain. There are a few other campers here. There's a British one just here, actually, on the left. I just want to show you the view you got from the other side of the car park. Quite a lot of boats down there in the harbour. And then, I'm not sure where it is, I'll put it up on the screen because I've not really checked this area at all. But there'll be Sierra something. And then you've got that, you zoom in a bit. Got that massive snow-peaked one there in the distance. It's a lovely little area, quite breezy at the moment though. So that's the car park I'm in. I'll probably stay there actually, despite there being other camper vans, or motorhomes more specifically. And on the other side you've got that, so there's a huge lake, and the dam we came across is quite a wide dam, wide and deep. And if I've got time in the morning, I'll take a stroll across it just to take some footage. Tell you something else, yet again, this would have been brilliant for the drone. Given the size of it, you know, if I got some really decent height on it, and across the barrage, the dam, would have been fantastic. And now I realise just how much, you know, I enjoy using the drone and what sort of extra footage it can bring and what perspective it can bring to the journey. So when I get back, it'll be one of the first things I either get repaired or replaced, whichever I need to do. Right, I saw this on the way in. Now, there's nothing to say you can't park down here. I'm just going to walk and recce the route to see if it's doable. I can't see any private signs or anything like that, and the ground looks solid, to be honest. Yeah, what I would say though, the ground here is quite wet, not boggy, but just wet. Meaning her in particular, that little munchkin, we jumping in and out with oh, there you go. Bloody bath this afternoon. Yeah, she'd be jumping in with soggy, bloody wet, muddy feet. Oh well. Yeah, it's lovely here. Really lovely. Never mind, this is a stopover. It's not really adventuring or sightseeing anymore. This is a practical stop with a view. But basically the mission is to get north. Right, and back to the van. One thing I'd say though, being back in Spain, sunset's an hour later. Excellent. I tell you what, as I tuck into this lovely little omelette, I think we've got a fairly decent sunset taking shape. That's not a bad view to eat your dinner to. I could go somewhere else and I could have a view of the lake or a view of the snowy mountain and all the rest of it, but I'm just happy here now. We're settled, we're sorted, food's on the go, and that's good enough for me. And in case you're wondering, that's the view out the other side. Yeah, so I think today what we're going to do is just try and get 3 or 4 hours, 5 maybe, north. I've pinpointed something on the map that I'd like to sort of get past. It's not quite to the French border, but it's close enough. And we'll do that, and that will be the goal for the day. Basically, sort of like sightseeing and all that shit is all done now. It's just a case of make miles without killing myself, really. I don't want to do like the 2-day sort of excursion that I did on the way down here. So I'm going to take my time, 3 or 4 days, something like that. 4 or 5 hours a day should be plenty. Anyway, we'll crack on with this walk and then we'll set tracks. So just walking down to the edge of the lake, just to have a look. And my God, the water levels here must have been horrendous. Even now, some of the eucalyptus trees are still in the water. I don't think you could ever grow tired of views like this. Right, and that's us down at the edge of the lake now, just by the car park where the wagons are all parked up and where we stayed last night. Oh, the views are magnificent, gotta be honest. Hey up, we're just leaving the lake here at Gabrieli-Galan. I'll put it on the screen, I think, if I remember. And we're trying to head for, or reach, sorry, Burgos. Now, Burgos is a place we passed on the way down, so it's like a couple of hours, maybe 2 hours maximum from the French border, and it's about 4 hours from here. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, we're not in any particular rush, but that's what we're heading for. And we'll see how it goes. When I first came to Europe, I thought I was looking for places, somewhere warmer than a British winter, maybe even somewhere to call home. And for a while that's exactly what I did. I explored the villages, the lakesides, the forests and mountains, always asking myself the same question, could I live here? But somewhere along the way the question changed, because I realised I wasn't searching for a place at all. I was actually searching for a feeling. And that feeling wasn't tied to a town, a country, or a pin on a map. It was freedom. The freedom to follow curiosity wherever it leads. The freedom to stumble across places like this, an abandoned sanatorium and military school hidden away in the northern Spain. The sort of place I'd never have found if I'd been in a hurry to arrive somewhere else. Right, we're in, and it's a little bit different. I'm in some sort of abandoned complex. So I don't know what this used to be, whether it was a school or I have no idea. But we're in anyway. And there's you probably can't see them, but just through the gap there are a load of other buildings like this as well. And I saw them on the from the motorway. Now we were heading for Burgos, and Burgos is about 35 minutes from here. But to be completely honest, I am feeling bloody knackered. So I saw these and I thought, there's got to be scope to get in there somewhere. So we've pulled over a bit short and we'll just chill out now for the night. The French border from here is about 3 hours, so we've got all the time in the world. So we'll be in France tomorrow for sure. And then hopefully north of France by Thursday, maybe Friday. But that's it, we're in, yeah. I'm going to go do a bit of exploring around these old abandoned buildings, I think. Yeah, I wonder what this used to be. Alright, so the lane we came in on is just over there, and we're about 5 minutes from the motorway. Oh, I love shit like this. Definitely takes me back to my childhood. Let's see what's upstairs. On the top floor. Let's see what we can see out the far windows, if anything. Oh, you can just see over there some of the buildings. Right. Ah, how cool. Yeah, that was a good fun 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Although now, there we go. Right, let's head back down. Right, let's take Molly for a walk down the lane and see what else is around here. Hey, Moll. There we go, there's another one up there. I'm going to have a look online. See what this used to be. Oh, that looks like a villa. That's got to be a villa, especially with that external staircase there and the archway under it. Oh, let's go and have a look. That just looks like storage under there. That's the internal staircase. I'll go up and have a look in a minute. That's a big space, or would have been back in the day. Oh, what a pity. I'm definitely going to have to find out the history for this. Let's go up and have a look. It doesn't seem to be much, or many ceilings above where we were walking then, so I'm not sure what we're going to find up here anyway. Yeah, just as I thought, straight out onto nothingness. I just come out the back for a walk, and there's another one over there. Oh, I haven't got the time nor energy to explore every single one, but my God, this place is something else. Oh, there we go, there's the other one. And there's even more further back that way up that track. Oh wow. Right, let's head back to the van, I think. Alright, I'm not going to go back to the van. I've just seen this massive one down here. So we can have a look at this one and then we'll go back to the van. Honest! Oh my God, yeah, it stretches all the way down there as well. And you know what I'm missing? That's right, I'm going to mention it. The bloody drone. Oh, this would have been amazing for the drone. That looks like it leads down to a swimming pool. Oh, let's go and have a look. It's obviously not a posh place because it's not made out of natural stone or anything like that. It's just those aerated bricks. Which obviously very common here in Europe. Yeah, it is. That's an old paddling pool. Lido or whatever they call them. Yeah. That makes it even more interesting. I've really no idea. Maybe that's it. Maybe it was just like a posh holiday complex or something. Some villas, hotels, or whatever. Right, I think I need to be yeah, I've just had a quick look, and it looks like it's something grand, something infantile, whatever. I'm thinking this might have been some sort of kiddies institution or asylum or something. Yeah, bring on the nightmares. Well, good morning from the abandoned site. And what a morning, what a sunrise. Yeah, really peaceful throughout the night. I tell you what though, now, because it's so quiet and it's morning, I can hear road noise, but nothing last night. Look at that though. It's like I'm in some bloody war zone or something. Right, that's enough of that. Let's get the coffee on, sort ourselves out this morning, and then we'll head off further north, hopefully getting to the French border. I'll tell you what though, it's noticeably colder up here. 5 degrees. But also, one other thing, and I've mentioned this before, 5 degrees here doesn't feel as cold as 8 and 10 degrees that I've had in other places. And I'm really not sure how that works. But there you go. Right, that's us leaving the old sanitarium. Actually, what a brilliant spot. It's not on park for night. I just, as I mentioned, I just saw it from the motorway and thought, why not? Yeah, so the plan now, we're going to head for the French border, get across there, and then we'll have a look for somewhere to stop. It's about 4 hours away. The GPS thing says 3 hours 30, but the way I drive, it's more like 4 hours, and we'll probably have a stop for Molly anyway. But yeah, catch you in France. One of the unexpected things about this trip was discovering how many things I thought I needed. A place to settle, a long-term plan, maybe even some certainty about what comes next. I arrived in Europe believing I was searching for answers to those questions, but the further I travelled, the less important they seemed to become. Because life has a funny way of reminding you that not everything needs solving. Not every chapter needs a destination, and not every road needs a detailed plan. Somewhere between the mountains, the lakes, the forests and forgotten corners of Europe, I realised I was already living the life I'd spent so long searching for. Not because I'd found the perfect place, but because I'd stopped looking for one. For now at least, that's enough. The road ahead doesn't need to be fully mapped out, it just needs to be travelled. Hey, bonjour! We're in France! Right, so we're here in Carrefour at Saint-Jean-de-Luz, and it's only 3:30 in the afternoon, so I'm thinking I might drive another hour or two north towards Bordeaux and look for something further up there. I'm not tired, Molly's had water, food and a walk. Yeah, and I could find something around here. But yeah, I'm just keen to make at least another hour north, and we'll take it from there. But yeah, the journey's been great. Straightforward as is expected really on the European roads. Well, we're stuck. Now, according to Google Maps, this is going to end very shortly, which helps. But it's funny, if I was in the UK now, I'd be ripping my hair out, screaming, shouting, probably crying. and just calling all the highways agencies and irresponsible drivers everything under the sun. And yet here, I just don't care. It's a totally different mentality being over here. And yet it's a traffic jam. Why isn't one traffic jam like another? Don't know. Anyway, food for thought. Oh, look at that for a snazzy police car. Bloody hell. A little bugger. Right. Anyway, where are we? We are near a place called Dax, and I think we're in for the night, to be honest. We was going up the motorway and Molly was just panting so much that I thought, oh, bugger it, I'll pull over a lot sooner. So we've been going for about an hour, just over an hour, and yeah, I let her out of the van and the first thing she does is run off trying to chase things. So I think she was having me on, little bugger. But this whole area is land, or pays de land, is just full of these bloody trees and forests. But anyway, that's us. We're in. I'm going to chill out for a bit. Well, actually, I'm going to walk up the road and then chill out for a bit. Right, catch you in a bit. Right, that's us back from the walk. I tell you what, it's so warm. She's staying outside. It's roasting inside the van. Honestly. Oh, it's got to be... Oh, we'll have a look now. Oh, I can't see what it says. 29 degrees. Yeah, and on that one, 30, 31. It's warm. Very warm. But have a look what I've got. Oh, it's not Sunday, but in the deli at Carrefour, I bought a whole roast chicken and a punnet of roast stroke very burnt potatoes. Well, I'm going to have a little Sunday roast. No gravy, but I've got the things that matter. Meat and the potato. She's been sitting down there expectantly for the last 10 minutes or so. Because just by here... Oh, hello, roast chicken and roast potatoes. Sadly, it's missing gravy. I'll admit that's the third component that I absolutely would have if I could only have three things. Those two are the other two. And, yeah, I'm just about to carve it all up, give her her portion, and then get stuck straight into it. Who says van life has to be hard? I mean, come on. Here we go, dinner is served. Molly's tucking into all hers. Chicken juices, skin, meat, you name it. She's in there with biscuits. And then, yes, roast potatoes, roast chicken. And the only thing I've got on there is brown sauce for the meat and a bit of mayo for the potatoes. And I'll just give it a little sprinkling of salt and pepper. And that's it. Right, that's it. The sun's just gone down. Got a couple of snaps of it. Yeah. It's starting to cool down quite quickly, actually. We're now at about 23, 24 degrees, but it was 31 in here earlier. Really happy with progress so far. Glad we stopped now. Molly's really chilled out. There she is down there. Yeah, so it's just probably an early night tonight, actually. Well, good morning from France, and a respectable 13 degrees waking up this morning. That's better. No freezing my nuts off like Spain yesterday morning. And look at that, sun is just coming up. Well, the morning's temperatures aren't quite what they were yesterday afternoon. Chilling out, having dinner. You know, it was still 31 degrees in the van. Out here now in the slight breeze, it's a little bit chilly. Right, we're off the main track. And I'm going to try and push down through these woods here and do some sort of loop. But I've just heard my first cuckoo.
absolutely love this. Just off the beaten track. I think the only thing that would have come through here really is the tracked vehicles. It's not a proper roadway or pathway. That one stands out a bit. That's what I love about wandering in places like this, with no fixed plan or route or anything, is you stumble across things like this, which, alright, is just an old wooden shack. But how stunning is that? Look at the old woodwork as well. Oak, I should imagine. Reminds me of the trusses, etc. that we used to have in the old French farmhouse. A main track. Now I believe if we continue on this for about 800 metres, maybe a kilometre, we'll come to a right junction, and that will be the track that leads back down to the van. Oh, she's in her element as well. Absolutely loving this. Right, catch you there.
So where does all this leave me? The truth is, I don't really know, and for the first time in a long while, I'm quite comfortable with that. Europe didn't give me a place to settle down. It didn't provide some grand master plan for the future, but it did remind me of something I've always known. I've never been at my best standing still. I've always been drawn towards the next horizon, the next challenge, and the next story. So for now, the journey continues. There are still roads to drive, adventures to find, and stories waiting to be told. Yeah. And somewhere amongst all of that, perhaps there's a book waiting to be written too. Where it all leads, I couldn't tell you, but that's part of the attraction.
Right, we're in for the evening. Right in the middle of a wood. It is a popular place. There are a couple of cars here, but I'm hoping they'll all disappear once the sun has gone down. It's popular with the dog walkers actually, and runners and cyclists. Right, after that long drive, just going to take Molly out, stretch her legs. I'm absolutely wiped out, and I think it's not tiredness through poor sleep. I think it's just general fatigue of being on the go all the time for the past 3 months. So it's good just to chill out really. Now, we're in here early, it's 6:30 at the moment. I'm just going to take her on a quick walk and then get back, have some food, and probably have an early night. Try and get a good sleep. Ah, there we go, and that's us back. Only a short circuit, but that'll do for now. She's had some really good walks during the day, everywhere we've stopped, and I'll take her out in the morning and give her a much longer walk before we head off for the last part of this journey. Well, good morning. We've got a respectable 11 degrees this morning in the van. The sun is just breaking through. And we are still in the middle of this forest. And it's incredible. I was out walking last night with Molly and a head torch, and came upon a deer. It's just incredible. Well, I suppose it had to happen at some point. I've pulled literally, I would say, hundreds off Molly, and just walking around then. Oh, he's off already on his own. Yeah, that little bastard there. I can feel him burrowing into my leg. I'll tell you what, this woodland in full leaf will just be extraordinary. It's stunning as it is. There is just so much of it. We've just walked quite a large part really, a couple of kilometres, and just missed out tons of tracks too. Yeah, would love to come back here. This park up has been incredible, and not for anything special, and I think that's something I'm realising now very quickly. it's the basic things, the things that cost nothing really, that excite me. So a beautiful wood like this, the dilapidated old sanitarium that we parked up, peaceful, quiet, bit of history, interesting, and none of them cost anything. And it's not about the money, it's about finding what really makes me tick and enjoying those moments. Like that wood there, we've been out on 3 different walks already this morning, just soaking in the noise of nature. There's a ton of different bird varieties in there that I found on the Merlin app. Some woodpeckers, green and what I suspect were great spotted. And it's been fantastic. There's loads of people in there at the moment, dog walkers, runners. There were 2 orienteering groups, and everyone, smiled, said hello, and everybody just seemed happy, really happy. And I guess that's where you're going to find people, is in that kind of place, because I think they're all going there to escape the noise and chaos of the world, and just have a moment of peace and quiet and time to reflect. Anyway, that's enough of my waffle. We're on our way.
As I leave the forest and start on the final leg of the journey back to the north of France and the ferry, I find myself reflecting on what this journey has really been about. On the surface, it's been a trip through France, Spain and Portugal, and yet I think it's been something much more than that. Because van life was never really about the van. It's simply the vehicle that allows me to explore, to stay curious and to experience life from a slightly different perspective. And that's something available to all of us. You don't have to sell your house, you don't have to buy a van, to be honest, and you definitely don't have to drive across Europe. But perhaps there's a different path you've never walked, a road you've never taken, or something you've always wanted to do, but never quite got around to doing it. Maybe that's where the adventure begins. Not with a grand plan or a dramatic life change, just one small decision to do something differently. Because if this journey has taught me anything, it's that some of life's best discoveries are waiting just beyond the familiar. And sometimes all we have to do is just take the next turning.